you go to Florida.
Yeah, Sarasota.
Tis the season.
Huh?
Tis the season.
I know. Because it's 6
I'll quit talking about people then.
We're sorry. We're sorry. Are we ready for Freddie? I'd like to call this meeting to order, please. The Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Gun Barrel City will meet in a regular meeting in City Hall Council Chambers located at 1716 West Main Street, Gun Barrel City, Texas, on Monday, July 14th, 2025 at 6 p.m. It is 6 p.m. I would like a roll call starting from my left, please.
Ray here.
Jones here.
She'll be here.
Weller here.
Johnson here.
Wilmuth here.
We have a quorum. Janet, do we have any citizens' comments? All right, then we will move on to new business. 4A, consider and take action to approve the May 12th and May 22nd, 2025 meeting minutes. They were in your packet. Does anyone have an addition or correction? Hearing none, then I need a motion, please.
I make a motion to consider and take action to approve the May 12th and May 22nd, 2025 meeting minutes.
Second.
I have a motion and a second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Ray. A motion and a second. Vote from my left, please.
Ray, yes.
Jones, yes.
She'll be yes.
Weller, yes.
Johnson, yes.
Wilmuth, yes.
The minutes are approved. 4B, this is the public hearing on a request to replat 10 lots, lots 58 through 62, owned by Jennifer M. Sandlin, and lots 63 through 67, owned by Brandon and Jacqueline Grayson, located in the Siesta Shores subdivision, Section 1, Block A, in the B Metro Survey, abstract number 483, into two lots to be known as Lot 58R and 63R. This is the time for anyone here from the public to speak about this issue. Janet, did we have anyone sign up to comment? Then I will close the public hearing. 4C, consider and take action to make a recommendation to the City Council on a request to replat 10 lots, lots 58 through 62, owned by Jennifer M. Sandlin, and lots 63 through 67, owned by Brandon and Jacqueline Grayson, located in the Siesta Shores subdivision, Section 1, Block A, in the B Metro Survey, abstract number 483, into two lots to be known as 58R and 63R, and we will now hear from Brittany Anderson, the city planner.
Good evening. Tonight I'm presenting a replat application for lots 58 through 67 in the Siesta Shores subdivision. This slide outlines the timeline for this replat application. On June 24th, a public hearing notice was sent to the newspaper. On June 26th, notification letters were mailed to the property owners within 200 feet of the property. On July 3rd, the Planning and Zoning and City Council public hearing notices were published in the newspaper. Tonight is the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, and July 22nd is going to be the City Council meeting. As part of the replat process, property owners within 200 feet of the subject property were notified, allowing them an opportunity to provide feedback or voice concerns. I sent out 39 notification letters and received no responses. This slide represents the full picture of the proposed replat. As shown, the adjustments are designed to meet zoning requirements while ensuring compatibility with the surrounding area. The replat maintains compliance with the minimum lot area setbacks and other dimensional standards outlined in the R5 zoning district. Oh, I think it stopped working. This slide provides a zoomed-in view of the replat, allowing for a closer look at the specific lot adjustments. The detailed layout illustrates how the replat aligns with zoning requirements, including setbacks, lot dimensions, and overall configuration. This slide outlines the zoning requirements for single-family detached residential district R5, which apply to this replat. Key requirements include a minimum lot area of 4,500 square feet, a minimum lot width of 45 feet, and a minimum lot depth of 90 feet. The required setbacks are 25 feet for the front yard, 5 feet for the interior side yards, and 10 feet for the rear yard. The principal structures must have a minimum floor space of 1,050 square feet with a maximum height of 35 feet. Lot coverage is limited to 45%. Accessory structures must also adhere to specific requirements, including setbacks, height limits, and maximum size restrictions to ensure they remain proportional to the principal structure. These zoning standards help maintain consistency with the district and ensure that all developments align with the city's planning goals. This concludes my presentation. I welcome any questions.
Commissioners, now is your time to ask Brittany your question or make comment. Hearing none, are the applicants here? If they are and they would like to speak, you are welcome to do so. Understood. I'd just like to remind commissioners that this is the one time that if you decide to vote against this replat, you have to be able to cite a legal reason for your no vote. That would mean it does not comply with an ordinance or something of that nature. Otherwise, I don't know what would happen, but in any event, no comment. I hear no comments. May I have a motion, please?
Shelby will make a motion to take action to make a recommendation to the city council on a request to replat 10 lots, lots 58 through 62, owned by Jennifer M. Sandlin, and lots 63 through 67, owned by Brandon and Jacqueline Grayson, located in the Siesta Shores subdivision, Section 1, Block A in the B Medro survey. Abstract number 483 into 2 lots to be known as Lot 58R and Lot 63R.
I have a motion from Mr. Shelby. May I have a second, please?
Johnson, seconds.
And a second from Ms. Johnson. Vote from my left, please.
Ray, yes.
Jones, yes.
Shelby, yes.
Weller, yes.
Johnson, yes.
Wilmuth, yes.
Motion passes. Item 4D, public hearing on a request to rezone tract 61A-1 in the B Medro survey, abstract number 483, being described as 538 Welsh Lane, Gun Barrel City, Texas, belonging to Jerry L. and David R. Rademacher? Okay. From Agricultural District A to Single Family Detached Residential District R1. Did we have any public comments? Then I will close the public hearing and move on to 4E. Consider and take action to make a recommendation to the City Council on a request to rezone tract 61A-1 in the B Medro survey, abstract number 483, being described as 538 Welsh Lane, Gun Barrel City, Texas, belonging to Jerry L. and David R. Rademacher. From Agricultural District A to Single Family Detached Residential District. And again, I will call on our city planner, Brittany Anderson.
So we received the application on June 16th, 2025. Public hearing notice was sent to the paper on June 24th. Letters mailed to the property owners within 200 feet on June 26th. Public hearing notice was published in the paper for Planning and Zoning and City Council meeting on July 3rd. Tonight is the Planning and Zoning meeting, and July 22nd is the regular City Council meeting. This is the 200-foot boundary. I sent out 8 letters, received 0 in response. Here you can see the subject property outlined in yellow. The blue line shows the 200-foot notification boundary. All property owners within this area were notified as required by state law and local ordinance. And this is an aerial view of 538 Welch Lane. It gives context to the request. The property currently contains an existing single-family home. It is surrounded by similar residential and large lot parcels. The goal is to subdivide the tract to allow for one additional single-family home while maintaining a spacious residential feel. The requested zoning is single-family detached residential R1, which is designed to support low-density, spacious, single-family development. Requirements include a minimum of 10,000 square foot lot, 100-foot width, an 1,800 square foot minimum home size, and a 2-car garage. These standards will ensure that any new home constructed fits well within the area's character and maintains a high-quality appearance. The property is currently zoned agriculture, which is primarily intended for open space or limited residential use. The surrounding area is transitioning towards residential development. Rezoning to R1 reflects this pattern and will better accommodate the intended use of the property without disrupting the neighborhood's existing fabric. This rezoning aligns with Gun Barrel City's comprehensive plan, which encourages low-density residential growth in areas supported by existing infrastructure. The proposed zoning promotes thoughtful infill development and complements existing homes and helps guide responsible city growth. This conceptual layout shows the proposed subdivision of existing 4.99 acre tract into 2 residential lots, one for the existing home and one for a future home. It's important to note that the property will need to be replatted before a second home can be constructed. Access will be provided through an existing drive and a proposed private drive. In conclusion, all required notifications have been completed. The request is compatible with existing development and it aligns with the city's comprehensive plan. The rezoning will allow the property owner to subdivide the lot with the understanding that a replat will be required prior to constructing a second home. Staff has reviewed the request and recommends approval of the zoning change from agriculture to single-family detached residential R1, subject to compliance with all applicable development and subdivision regulations.
Thank you. Any questions from commissioners for Brittany? Would the applicants like to speak? All righty then. Calling for a motion. Oh, all we're doing tonight, just to be clear, we're just rezoning is all we're doing. All right, great. May I have a motion, please?
Jones will make a motion to take action to consider and make a recommendation to City Council on a request to rezone tract 61A-1 in the B Metro Survey, abstract number 483, being described as 538 Welch Lane, Gun Barrel City, Texas, belonging to Jerry L. and David R. Rademacher from Agricultural District A to Single Family Detached Residential District R1.
I have a motion. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Having a motion and a second, is there any more discussion? Hearing none, vote from my left, please.
Ray, yes.
Jones, yes.
Shelby, yes.
Weller, yes.
Johnson, yes.
Wilmot, yes.
Motion passes, and it will go to City Council with that recommendation. Item 4F, discussion and final review of the updated 2025 Planning and Zoning Rules and Procedures. We've been working on this for some time, Ava and Sharon and I, and we believe that this is the final that we would like to approve. Have two things to call to your attention. One is, this is not a comprehensive list of everything that involves planning and zoning. If you'll notice at the beginning, we have cited the ordinances that cover this commission. We decided to do it that way just to remove the repetitiveness from one document to another. We feel that with those citations, you can look up and see. The other thing, which was one of the reasons that spurred this, is actually under number 3, recording, .02, recording of the vote, which includes the clarifications of conflict of interest, abstention, and disqualify recusal that were provided to council, this commission, and all the other boards from the attorney. And we wanted to be sure that was included in our rules and regulations so that we all know how that works. Any discussion from anybody? Corrections, more corrections? No? Okay, then I need a motion, please. Can I have a motion? I can't make the motion.
Is the motion just to approve it? I'm not seeing the usual wording here.
Okay, you're right. The motion would be to approve the, let me say one thing. Yes, the motion would be to approve these, and our wonderful city manager wants to,
You do not. This is just a discussion and final review, so you actually don't need a motion tonight, Kate.
Ah.
We will put it on the next agenda. We just want to make sure we had everybody's questions.
Oh, all right.
You saw their final copy before we just stuck it on and said, hey, approve it or don't approve it. So if nobody has any other questions, you don't even have to take action. You will take action at the next meeting when it is consider and take action on this item.
thank you for the clarification. You would think after almost 6 years I would know that,
Well,
but
in fairness to the chair, we went back and forth on how to put it on the agenda, and we moved forward with this just so the body would have a chance to discuss before we put it on for approval.
thank you very much. I would also like to point out that after some looking, the reason you got a short explanation from me is because in the city charter, Article 9, 9.03, it says that our rules and regulations, once we approve them, go to the city manager and the mayor for their comments, and if they have none, then they forward them to council. So I just want to be sure that everybody knew the procedure. So that being said, and there be no further business, I will adjourn this meeting at 6:19 p.m. We are adjourned. Before y'all run away, commissioners, just let me